Hello there, it's Andy Arthur Ross here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be listening to a song called Hope by someone called NF. That's been recommended very highly to me to check out, and I'm going to do that now. And here we go. So it's called Hope by NF.
Hope, yeah, I'm on my way, I'm coming.
Ooh, I like that.
Don't lose faith in me.
Creepy.
I know you've been
Cello or something.
waiting. I know you've been praying for my soul.
Nice. Sounds cinematic.
30 years you've been dragging your feet, telling me I'm the reason we're stagnant. 30 years you've been claiming you're honest and promising progress. Well, where is it at? I don't want you to feel like a failure. I know this hurts, but I gave you your chance to deliver. Now it's my turn. Don't get me wrong, nature had a great run, but it's time to give the people something different. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce my album. Hope. What's my definition of success?
Wow, I'm stopping it there. God, that's fantastic so far. Really interesting, cinematic, beautifully cinematic. Looks fantastic. And the music with the orchestral, the use of orchestra or strings, specifically strings, in a really cinematic way. It looks cinematic too, but with this kind of, kind of rappy vocal is really a great mix. And there's a lot of tension in it, which is fantastic straight away. He's obviously isolated. He feels isolated on a raft. It seems obvious. Struggling with some stuff. Don't know quite what yet. Seems like that. But this beautiful, what is it? He's doing, the piano's doing some little, I don't think it's that, but there's like minor seconds. Little tiny delicate little things with the orchestra, darkness swelling up behind it. And then this ding, ding, little delicate, fragile insecurity. It's like an expression of insecurity in there. Anyway, I'm going to carry on. Where are we? Let's just keep going. Okay.
Listening to what your heart says, standing up for what you know is right while everybody else is tucking their tail between their legs. What's my definition of success?
Brilliant groove.
Creating something no one else can. Being brave enough to dream big. Grinding when you're told to just quit. Giving more when you got nothing left. It's a person that'll take a chance on something they were told could never happen. It's a person that can see the bright side through the dark times when there ain't one. It's when someone who ain't never had nothing ain't afraid to walk away from more perfect, cause they'd rather do something that they really love and take the pay cut. It's a person that would never waver or change who they are just to try and gain some credibility so they can feel accepted by a stranger. It's a person that can take the failures in their life and turn them into motivation. It's believing in yourself when no one else does. It's amazing what a little bit of faith can do. If you don't even believe in you, why would you think or expect anybody else that's around you to? I done did things that I regret. I done said things I can't take back. Was a lost soul at a crossroad who had no hope, but I changed that. I spent years of my life holding on to things I never should have kept, full of hatred. Years of my life carrying a lot of baggage that I should have walked away from. Years of my life wishing I was someone different, looking for some validation. Years of my life trying to feel a boy pretending I was something. They get it.
Wow. Great big house. with nothing in it. Expensive, opulent, empty.
Necessary evil, difficult to go through, yes, but beneficial. Some would say having a mental breakdown is a negative thing, which on one hand I agree, but on the other hand, it was the push I needed to get help and start the healing process. See, if I'd never hit my bottom, would I be the person that I am today? I don't believe so. I'm a prime example of what happens when you choose to not accept defeat and face your demons. Took me 30 years to realize that if you want to get the opportunity to be the greatest version of yourself, sometimes you gotta be someone you're not to hear the voice of reason. Having kids will make you really take a step back and look in the mirror. At least for me, that's what it did.
Or the fear that he might be.
Wake up every day and pick my son up, hold him in my arms and let him know he's loved. Standing by the window questioning if that is ever going to show up. Isn't something he's gonna have to worry about, don't get it twisted, that was in the shop. Mama, I forgive you, I just don't want him to grow up thinking that he'll never be enough. 30 years of running, 30 years of searching, 30 years of hurting, 30 years of pain, 30 years of fearful, 30 years of anger, 30 years of empty, 30 years of shame, 30 years of broken, 30 years of anguish, 30 years of hopeless, 30 years of hate, 30 years of never, 30 years of maybe, 30 years of later, 30 years of fate, 30 years of hollow, 30 years of sorrow, 30 years of darkness, 30 years of day, 30 years of baggage, 30 years of sadness, 30 years of stagnant, 30 years of change, 30 years of patience, 30 years of suffering, 30 years of torment, 30 years of pain, 30 years of bitter, 30 years of lonely, 30 years of pushing everyone away. You'll never revolve. I know I can change. We are not enough. We are not the same. You don't have the heart. You don't have the strength. You don't have the will. You don't have the faith. You'll never be loved. You'll never be safe. Might as well give up. Not running away. You don't have the guts. You're the one afraid. I'm the one in charge. I'm taking the reins.
Whoa. Wow. Whoa. Bloody hell, that's amazing. I really like that. Really unusual, really unique, very different. And what a relief to hear a piece of music that is a piece of art and isn't just some sort of regurgitation of everything else. I mean, he's really got something to say, and the way I interpret that is, well, it seems pretty obvious, some kind of inner struggle with the inner critic between his, 30 years of struggling to figure out who he is and what his life's about, and whether or not he should be on the journey for notoriety and fame and wealth and significance, or whether he should be being true to himself and be real and stop playing the game. And that's all, the metaphor there is all in the, the fact that he's lost at sea and know where he is, but he is also seeing the reality of everything. Nature is real. And all of a sudden he ends up with this, the guy in black, wearing black, is like his alter ego, or the inner critic is trying to say to him, who do you think you are? His ego, basically. His ego saying, don't you start thinking about being real. You want to inflate my ego for me, please. And then he pushes him. He ends up in a house, which to me seems like a house of excess. However, it's empty. And that's a metaphor for the futility, I think, of wealth without anything else. And I think he sees this, walks through the rooms, he's trapped in this place and wants to get out. And then he sees himself in the future as an old man being gagged and stuck in behind bars, and he needs to figure out who he is. And the struggle, so he's a 30-year-old. I'm assuming he is 30, and that he spent 30 years of his life trying to figure out who the hell is he, what does he want, what is really important, and all that bullshit of fame and glory is just an illusion. And he's just come to some sort of great revelation in the process, and he's expressing this wrestling match that so many people have with these ideas, unconscious though it is. He's aware enough to realize it's there, and he's brilliant in as much as he's found a way to express this, and beautifully through the fantastic marriage of three disciplines of the songwriting, the visuals and the music, the visuals and the words. and what that has done is it's transcended any one of those mediums, and it's just come together as a beautiful piece of art which really penetrates through and hits you with that meaning. And I would imagine there are so many people out there, especially young people of his age around that time, this will really resonate with them, and therefore it's a great piece of art. I'm full of admiration for it, and as for the production, it's just so great because everything about the music and the film actually supports all of those ideas. So emotionally, the music's got this nasty, bittersweet kind of drama with these little delicate, insecure piano bits at the front, and then it gets really, really dramatic, and to me, it absolutely. It genuinely sent shivers down my spine, and I will listen to that over and over, I'm sure. Really impressed. I don't know what more to say about it. I just think it's great work, and more power to his elbow. Great work. I love the subject matter about finding yourself, and it's so profound, and everybody struggles with that stuff, whether they know it or not. Anyway, I mustn't be too presumptuous. It's certainly the case for me. Anyway, thanks for watching. That's a great one, that one. And I hope you enjoy it too. And see you again next time. Okay, bye-bye. Just a footnote to say, please feel free to leave comments and to suggest songs that you might like me to listen to. Now, how is
also, if you feel like subscribing, you've enjoyed the channel, that would be fantastic. It's incredibly helpful for me. It's free, by the way, and I really appreciate that. It helps to keep the work going. And thank you very much for coming. See you another time. Bye-bye.